Hey guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about manifesting money. I think I just want to say more about manifesting money, manifesting the dream of our life or the dream life. That could be the money, business, career, job, whatever it is, from the financial perspective, from the money energy perspective, whatever. Okay, so today I want to talk about one important thing that actually I have dealt with personally, I think few months back only when I was traveling, and I'm going to share that at that time some things I did wrong with manifesting money and now I'm doing right. So I'm going to talk about that thing. That is about the fear. Do you have the fear of failure? Do you have the fear of lack of money, or fear of losing your job, or fear of your business not working well? If you have the fear, it's going to be very hard to manifest money. I'm going to talk about how to deal with this fear and what you could do differently because I have dealt it. Let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Do consider subscribing for more such videos. We have a finance planner. It's a PDF download if you're interested. The link is in the description. You can very well check it out. Anyway, guys, I'll just want to talk about this thing because I personally deal with that. I can tell you from 14 or 15 months, I've been traveled constantly and never traveled my entire life by myself, all alone. And my business was supporting me in my traveling. And the first couple of the months, it was amazing to travel. My business was booming. It was all right. It was all perfect. But what happened, I think it's some month, there was like 1 month in between where the business sales were a little bit down. And what I did, I started focusing on the sales going low. And due to the law of attraction, wherever you focus, your energy flows and you create that. I focus on that, and it was linked to my fear. What if I was not able to make sufficient money? How I'm going to travel? How I'm going to support myself? How I'm going to do this and that and all that stuff it comes. It was just one fear. It was just a few days that I have the low sales phase, because every business has different seasons, right? Sometimes your business is so high, sometimes your sales are so high, sometimes the sales are low. So it's just the season. It was right after the quarter four in the January, the sales were a little bit low, because after the quarter one is a little bit slow for the business people. Okay, I'm talking about the business. I'm not sure about the job people because I never had a job. But that's a different story. I'll make another video on that topic. But the point is that in that January, first few days, the sales were low. It usually, when the sales are low, I don't focus on them because I was like, okay, it's just a temporary phase. It's going to go away soon because everybody has low and high phase. Business has a low and high phase. It's just for a few days after the quarter four, the sales are low. It's going to pick up again back. And I don't focus on that. That's why I don't create that. And that's why my business is increasing every single month. But at that time, I focus on that because I was traveling. Because I was spending so much money, and obviously you know that when you travel you spend so much money, so much cost, and I was spending on my business as well, my traveling, my flights, and so much was there. And I was like, what if this few days of low sales will perpetuate the entire month, the next month, and what if I'm not able to support myself for traveling? And that one fear kicks me, and I give more energy, more focus, and more attention to that fear, and then it grows. It gets the momentum, and it reaches to the point after 4 months that I was feeling so bad. I was feeling so bad because the sales were low after 4 months, because I was focusing on that low growth phase, because I was just focused on that few days of low sales, and I was focusing on that, and it created more of it because of the law of attraction. And one day it was like I feel so bad. And I was like, I'm doing everything proper in my business. Why my business is not growing? Why it's happening? At that time, I didn't realize it. So I was like, I need to change something. It's because of the energy. Because if you're doing everything right in your business, career, job, but still not getting the results, it's because of your energy. There's something that's stopping you to get what you want. So I was the only one who is stopping. Everybody is the only one who is coming in their way of not getting the things that they want. So I was like, I need to change my energy. So what can I do differently to change my energy? So what I do instantly, instead of actually doing all that stuff, I was like, I need to get out of the momentum first, because this picked up the momentum. I pick up the momentum. I put the fire to the fuel, or I put the fuel to the fire, whatever it is, in the beginning of the first few days when the sales were low. And now it's snowball effect. It's created the momentum. Now when you are at the momentum, of seeing the low growth, low sales, low money, no business or whatever, you are at the momentum of the high negativity. At that time, if you move from negative to positive, it's gonna be a upstream. It's gonna be very hard because you have already created a lot of the momentum on the negative spectrum. So at that time, what you can do instead to just move from negative to the neutral instead from moving from negative to the positive. So I was moving on the neutral. So how did I move to the neutral? I started affirming. I started visualizing, because for me, I talk with myself, literally. I know people call me crazy, but I do talk with myself because it feels good to me. It feels like I'm there for me when I talk with myself. So I started affirming and I converting myself talking to the positive. And my goal was only to move towards the neutral state. I wasn't focusing on moving to the positive because I know it's in quite upstream, because I've already created the momentum of the negative. And when you are on the high on the mountain, and you are high on the mountain, and you push the car, it's naturally going to come down. It's very hard for you to go above because the momentum will going to pull it down. I hope it makes sense. When you're at the height of the mountain and there is a car, you just even push a little bit, it's going to fall down. And at that time, when it's falling down, you're telling to, how should I stop this car? How should I stop this car? It's going down. You can't do anything to stop that car at that time because it's going to go down, because it has a momentum of going or falling down, and you can't do anything. You can't put a lot of the force or energy to stop it. It's really going to be very hard for you to do that. So instead of that, let it fall down. I know it may seem weird, it may seem very, very dangerous, very scary, but let it fall down. Let it fall down. That means go to the neutral state. That's what I can take it from the example. Let it fall down. Once it's fall down, you're going to reach to the neutral state. And then you can start the momentum of the positive things. You can start affirming positive, visualizing. You can start building up the positive momentum by focusing on the things that are already working on your life, by focusing or counting on your blessings. I've already made a video on that. By focusing on the positive things, because there is already something that's working positive in your life. If you want to attract money, job, or increase in your business growth, best thing is to focus on the abundance that is already there in your life. Not in terms of money or material things, but also in terms of being healthy. You are already healthy. That means it's abundance. There is no disease in your body. That means you are healthy. It's a positive thing, right? You can start focusing on one positive thing when you reach to the neutral state, when the car falls down. You can start focusing on the one positive thing, and then focus on the next and next and next. It will going to build the momentum on the positive side, and then you can take your road to the positive, and then you can move to the positive so fast because you've built the momentum on the positive spectrum. So that's the kind of like the momentum of the negative and the positive spectrum. But then when you deal with such fear, like I have dealt with the fear, I moved to the ultimate state where I was like, okay, I'm gonna face my fear. If the fear wants to sink inside of me, it wants to do the worst thing in my life, I'll allow it to do it. And that's what I did. I prepared myself. No matter what happens, I'm there for me. That's all I did. That's all about allowing the car to fall down. And once I did that, I reached to the neutral state. Neutral state. And then I started focusing on the positive things that I have in my life. Positive that my business is still working. I'm still making money, even if it is low, but I'm still making money. I'm still traveling. I'm still enjoying my life. Everything is working fine. I'm healthy. I have clothes. I have food. I have place to live. I have laptop. I have all this thing. I started focusing on them and building momentum. And then the fear was going down. That's the one thing you can do. Another thing you can also do is to get out of the situation. If you feel like you are in a situation where you feel so much fearful, is to leave the situation. I also did personally such kind of things a lot, many times. I travel countries, not just for the fear of money or business or career, but the fear of general things. I face the fear, I change the position, I move my body, and I felt like I've overcome that fear to some degree. Now I'm not saying I'm completely overcome it. It's not gonna come again. It can come any time, but I know how to deal with that. And I know one thing, I'm always provided and protected. Underlining that fear, I always have the beliefs that I'm always provided, protected, and supported no matter what happens. Universe is there to help me. I always had that belief as well. Plus, when I was traveling, I was like, okay, now is the time to go back and visit my parents. Just be with them instead of traveling, because I've been traveling for 14 months. I didn't see them, so I was like, okay, let's go back to the home country and see them and be with them for a few weeks or 1 or 2 months or so. And then I came back, and all my fear of money is going away. It's totally gone. Now my business sales is rising so fast now. It's like picking up the momentum. But then the next thing is that I'm gonna travel again. So this fear can again kick in. But then I know I have dealt it before. So I have a history that I've dealt with the fear before, and I can deal with the fear again, no matter how big it can get. Because one thing you need to keep in mind, you're always gonna have fear. There is nobody on this planet Earth who doesn't have the fear. You have the fear of money, somebody has the fear of life, fear of death, fear of failure, fear of falling down, fear of their parents, fear of the society, culture. Everybody has some sort of the fear. You can't never get rid of the fear, because when you're focusing on removing something that's negative, you're going to create more of it, because wherever you put your focus and energy, you create more of it. That's why I said that to move towards a neutral state, from negative to positive, and allow the car to fall down, allow the negative momentum to subside. Because if you are actually focusing on, oh, it's negative, I have to move toward positive, that means you are actually trying to get rid or remove the negative. You're focusing on creating more of it instead of actually removing it. So at that time, let the negative momentum subside, let the things settle down, let the air settle down, and then move towards the positive. Or change the place, change the location. If you're traveling like me, or if you feel like you don't have enough money right now, you've been traveling, you're a different country, maybe go and live with the parents for some time. Or maybe go to some place that's maybe cheap. Or maybe go somewhere that you can relax and do not constantly need to think about the money, because that could actually help you, the negative momentum that you have around the money, to subside, the fear to subside for a time being. And then you can move towards the positive, and you can build up the positive momentum again. So that's the part of the life, guys. Nobody has completely eradicated with the fear. It's just that the people who are better at dealing with the fear are successful. That's what I can say. But that doesn't mean that the fear can't come again in their life. It can come at any time. But then they don't know how to deal with that. And I can tell you based on this experience that I've dealt with that. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have the similar fear, any questions, any comments, really welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye, guys.